article is a must-read on NHL. It's called NHL Player Poll. It's a must-read on ESPN.com. Emily, let me get straight to the point. Locker rooms. Some guy said somebody's locker room is like a prison. Somebody's shower. Tell us about that.
Well, we've been lauding Washington as title town for the last couple weeks, but the Washington, D.C. visitors room is really bad. Players voted that as their least favorite. One guy said they actually have prison showers. It's one spew in the middle and it all comes out. And I don't mind showering next to everybody else. It's just a really weird setup. The Bruins also got bad marks because theirs is really close to the ice and it's cold and small and cramped. And it doesn't make the players feel comfortable, which is probably a competitive advantage for the Bruins.
I think so. I think that's all by plan, not because it's just messed up. Okay, I found something interesting in your study. In an age where players talk a lot about promoting themselves, what did NHL players say how they feel about national promotions?
So covering the NHL is an interesting thing because players typically don't even like to use the pronoun I. They say we or you. They're deferential to a fault. So I asked guys, would you feel comfortable appearing in an ad for, say, Nike or Gatorade? Or do you feel like that causes too much attention to you and away from your team? Most guys say, yeah, I would. But there was a faction of guys, and they were admitting, hey, I'm probably on the wrong side of this debate as we enter, 2019, 2020. I would not want to do that. It would cause too much attention. I would totally get chirped by my teammates. And the one thing a lot of guys said, I would definitely not want to do the body issue in ESPN.
Come on, why not? Oh, well. All right, so you also found out something interesting about players' views on drug use.
Yeah, so the NHL is the only of the 4 professional major leagues that tests for recreational drugs but doesn't punish for them. And I asked guys what their thoughts were on that. Most guys said, hey, we're professional athletes, well, we know what we're doing. I think it's fine. We know it works for our body. And as laws change and the broad legalization of marijuana, they're totally fine not getting punished for that. Cocaine, however, was another issue, and some party drugs like that. And I did ask a lot of guys if they believe there was a cocaine problem in the league. And to a T, most guys said, I've never seen it on my team. I've never been around it, but I've definitely heard stories.
Okay. I have to ask you, there is a very interesting figure in hockey. He hails from Philadelphia. His name is Gritty. I think everybody that I know when I walk around here is completely annoyed by him. How do players feel about him?
I was surprised. A majority of players said they don't have Gritty fatigue just yet. A lot of guys said they thought it was hilarious. They've seen all of his stunts, like putting up a sign saying, hey, PK Subban, or hey, rather, Lindsey Vonn, you can do better than PK Subban. They think it's really funny. A few guys, though, said, hey, I think it's kind of unfair to the other mascots that Gritty's getting so much attention. It almost feels like it's rigged against Philadelphia here. But most of the guys think it's great for the league because it's brought NHL into a mainstream light.
Why do we have to care about other mascots? He is a force of nature. I am never annoyed by Gritty. I have to ask you one other thing. You had something in your report about players and fake social media accounts. What did they say?
So burner Twitter accounts have been very in vogue since Kevin Durant was ousted last year. And I asked a lot of guys, do you have something similar? Most guys said no. If I do have a burner Twitter account, it's just to follow media guys in my market. One guy said that he actually uses it to follow golf tournaments. That's literally the reason he has it. But nobody's out there tweeting at their owners or defending themselves against trolls.
But I think your numbers were something like 32% said they do have these accounts?
Yeah, and they're just using it to follow the golf tournaments. They got to find out how Jason Day did.
Hey, look, no better way to follow a golf tournament than a fake social media account, right?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.